Everything that seems too good to be true is always too good to be true. Because that's just how the world works. If it seems too good to be true, it's like, oh, get rich in 5 minutes, I will show you. Just copy what I did and get rich. Well, if we just all copy what you did, then the market's gonna be saturated. And then we won't get rich because everyone's doing it. And that's why this is too good to be true. Even if it is real, it's too good to be true. And I felt like this was applicable to all parts of life, and it is. But it kind of distressed me because what if I become like a truly good person, charitable, not wouldn't hurt a fly? Right? What if I become that type of person, but then what if as that type of person, I am just an imposter? What if people think I am just being a poser or a performative person of some sorts who is just trying to look good to maintain his image? Because I do want to be a good person. That is like my dream, to be a very charitable, a very just essentially a good person who is selfless in nature, who does things for other people as much as he does for himself. And I feel like if people think you're a poser, that says more about them. Because if they did those things as a good person, they would feel like an imposter. It's like a sort of an imposter syndrome for someone else that they get. Right? Of course, they'll be alarmed when you're being such a good person because they lack the ability to, or at least they think that they can't be one, right? And me thinking that they won't, approve of me being a good person because they might think I'm an imposter just shows me that I'm just not ready to be prepared to be like that type of person yet because I have that imposter syndrome inside of me as well, right? All of us go through this, right? We feel like we don't belong somewhere. And I still may not think I belong with the good people, right? The good people, the extremely charitable, the Mr. Beasts of the world, if I may. Of course, he got revealed to be a piece of shit, hypocrite. If you don't know, I'm talking about the thumbnail thing he did, where he used to be like fuming and rageful when people just ditto copied his thumbnails and got like views from it. But now he's got some like AI, which will do exactly what he said he hates, and he's charging like $80 a month for it or something. But you know what I mean. I just want to be like a good person, but I was scared that people might think I am like someone I am not and pretending to be someone I'm not. And I think that fear came from me not essentially being a fully good person yet. I'm trying a lot. I won't say I'm trying my best because if I was trying my best to be a good person, I would be buying those 10 rupee biscuits and feeding the dogs wherever I go. I would be saying hi to people more. I would be saying, wishing them good morning, good evening, and just giving a lot more smiles in the world than I should am right now. But I am trying a lot to do that. I don't feel like I'm there yet. And I feel like that's the reason that I'm so scared that people are gonna think like I'm just posing to be a good person. Because in essence, my subconscious heart still doesn't fully believe that I can be that. Because I haven't made myself believe it. Because I lack the evidence to. And you will experience this as well. And you'll feel like you're an imposter, right? Maybe it's with studies. Maybe you don't feel like you are as smart as the people around you. And maybe it's because you lack the evidence too. And what I'm getting to is things are always too good to be true, but sometimes it may be because you are not ready for them to be good. Like, if you believe that some idea, right, this could be the next Facebook, right, that sort of idea, if you believe it's too good to be true, maybe it is because you lack the vision, maybe it's because you lack the resources for it. And if that idea gets passed on to someone who does have the vision, the resources, the capability to make it happen, then it's just become true. And it wasn't too good to be true for them, but it was for you. So you may just not be ready for something to be as good as it is right now. And the way to combat that isn't to leave this $1 million, $1 billion idea behind. It is to become the person, the type of person who is able to make it happen, who is able to make it be true, even if it seems too good to be true right now. And that ability to improve yourself to that extent just relies on how badly you want it. And if you want something as bad as you want to breathe, you will find some sort of way to make it happen. Right? You genuinely will, because you can't live without it at that point. And I feel like the thing that I want, as bad as I want to breathe, is to die a kind person and be a kind person for most of my life. I want like 97% of my life to just be acts of kindness, or at least not, shitty things. And I feel like right now I am like at about 50, 60%. Like I've done shitty things, but I've done good things as well. A lot more good things than I have done shitty things, but I have done the shitty things that are like just, I don't know if they're even acceptable, but I have done kind things that would just seem insane for someone to do. Right? I have put others before me a lot of times, and sometimes people would think that this guy is genuinely batshit crazy because of this shit that he's doing. Right? Just like they thought of Song Gi Hun in the new Squid Game. Of course, bro, the scene. Okay, spoiler for Squid Games. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna spoil it now. Go away if you can. So, at the end of the show, the only two people left are this baby and Gi Hun, and it's like one of them has to die so the other can win. And before any scenes, before anything even played, right, when they realized that they hadn't pressed the button when he killed the other dude, when they showed that screen that the button for the game to start hadn't been pressed yet, essentially after the button starts, the game, like button is pressed, the game begins, and anyone who dies after that counts as a death. Anyone who died before the button's pressed, that doesn't count. So now after the button's pressed, only two people left, Gi-hun and the kid. And I was so sure that Gi-hun would just jump off, kill himself, and save the kid, that I didn't even feel like watching the shit. As I was like, yeah, I would do the same thing. And that is too good to be true for some people. That is too good of a thing to do for them to actually do it. Right? You probably know some people who would kill the child instantly because, like, what's this child gonna do? Maybe the thought process is like, oh, well, I don't know what this child can become, but with the money I have, and I can do good things in the world, right? But essentially, it's like to sacrifice yourself because the potential this child holds is worth so much more than my life would be with the money. And also because I am a good person, that I would choose to sacrifice my own life for a baby to be able to live his with all this money. That is the type of person I want to be. And if I was in Guillaume's position, I would do the same thing as well. And I'm not saying this because I saw him did it and it was like a Loki, a good person moment. And I'm saying this because that's literally the very thing I knew he was gonna do since like the start of that sequence, and like that was like genuinely that just made my heart melt, man. It's like I am on my way to becoming a better person. Genuinely, that is the best thing that's happened to me in a while. Just knowing I'm on the right path to be kind. All right, before I cry, I'm gonna end video. Good night.